Dang, you got that's a nice, you doing pretty good, man. What is this one?
You got what you got?
I don't know what this is, dog. You know what? I don't even really be keeping up with phones. I used to get into that stuff. My phone don't even work half the time.
I used to be the new phone, go get it. Now
you don't worry about it. I'm just letting you know right now that my hand, my whole arm is right here. I do not need you to lay back, get comfortable, or nothing like that. Karate chop.
Hey, welcome to Who Raised You. We on episode, I'm guessing, it's 24.
Yeah, 24?
I think so. We on episode 24. It's been a nice little ride. I'm Stan.
Denmark.
Troy.
Thank you for kicking with us wherever you're kicking it at. How y'all living?
Me? I'm doing good, man. Blessed and highly favored, man. Just chilling. Cool. Well, I mean, you said y'all, so I was going to see if I was going first. But yeah, I'm good, man. Appreciate you for asking.
We're going alphabetical order. Denmark.
Already.
All is well, man.
All is well?
All is well.
That's what's up. Me too. I'm all right. With the check-in, what you have to say?
No, I was going to say, I mean, when you was about to mention the check-in, you were saying, like, yeah, all right. It kind of makes me think about old buddy for the Cowboys. You know what I mean?
Why make you think when I say I'm alright, you think about old buddy for the Cowboys?
Not like necessarily. The fact that you just said, like, I'm alright. You know what I mean? It just kind of makes you think, like, you know, what really people be going through type shit. Like, you just never know. But yeah, that was, hopefully, I think we mentioned it before, but hopefully, you know, men can get in a better space of just talking about certain things that they're going through. You know what I mean?
What do you think helps with getting into that comfortable space or being able to have those talks? And not in this setting, because I'm pretty sure we feel comfortable enough to have those talks in this setting. But what do you feel like can help just the average man do that?
I would say probably first and foremost, it would have to be you gotta remove any type of pride or ego.
Remove pride. I mean, it's you can't just walk to somebody and tell them to remove pride and ego.
Yeah, but the question that I understood that you were asking is like, how do I go about being comfortable speaking about certain things that's going on with me? Was that not the question or no?
Kinda. How do you create those spaces, or how do you get, I guess, that environment to have a man feel like a barbershop? And sometimes, you know.
So you talking about just having a space?
I think that's.
Or are you talking about the individual?
Yeah.
Just
no, you're talking about the space.
The space.
You create that by, I mean, I think that just depends on who you surrounding yourself with, right? Like, we feel comfortable talking about certain stuff, rather it be here and, you know what I'm saying, here or anywhere else. We can have the same conversations we have now about real life stuff. We can have it anywhere. And you know what I'm saying? But and it not really matter who else is around, because we comfortable with each other. So if you know what I'm saying, you know, you can, there's a group of people that you surround yourself with that you can go to and talk and be freely talk about what's going on with you, then that's, you know what I'm saying, that's what's going to open up that space.
Yeah. I would say too is just having someone has to be the person to kind of orchestrate that. And what I mean by that is that, you know, even if you have that creative space, someone has to be the one that talks about asking those certain questions. Like, you know, a lot of times we say, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. And it just stops there, right? But if you're asking more detailed question, like, hey, man, like, you know, I heard this was going on. Like, how does that make you feel right now? Like, what were some things that you were able to, you know, work through that? You know what I mean? And what was that process like? You know, when you have more in-depth conversations about certain things, I think that's where you get like the real feelings and transparency.
Get to the root.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. That's why I don't even when I'm speaking to people, instead of just being like, man, what y'all do this weekend? I'm like what was the craziest part, or like what was the dopest part of your weekend? Like I want to know a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so we have this level of just saying, oh, yeah, my weekend was cool, man. I didn't do much. I was just chilling, and then people just like, oh, okay, cool, move on to something different. You know what I mean? So you just got to ask more in-depth conversation.
You want to know about the craziest part of my weekend?
Yeah, what was it? What was the craziest part of your weekend?
I'm over here like, no.
I actually, this is what I do.
You didn't do nothing?
I don't think I did anything crazy this weekend. Nah, I really didn't.
I'm pretty boring. I don't be doing much, man. I be feeling like I'm just like a hacker. I just be on the computers. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's your thing. That's your thing.
I'm just saying, like I'm in this space now where if I'm not creating, nothing really bring. You know, I enjoy that portion of it.
Yeah.
But it's Veterans Day.
Being a creative.
Yeah. It's Veterans Day, so shout out to all the veterans. Yeah. Hey, brother, let's pray. Let's pray over.
Pray over.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, Lord Jesus, we have Stanley here. We just want to say thank you for Stanley. Thank you for bringing him to us. He was lost, but now he is found. Lord Jesus, this is Veterans Day, and Stanley's been through a lot of stuff. There's things that he still has trouble talking about. I want you to work through me and work through the people around him to be able to get him to open up more, right, and to let us know the things that he needs in this moment, Lord Jesus. Most importantly, he needs you. Continue to watch over him, continue to guide him, continue to orchestrate his thoughts, continue to, understand just who he is, Lord Jesus, for him to know who he is. Because sometimes Stanley don't know.
Hey, I don't need that much prayer now. Hey, man, wrap it up now.
Hey,
Wrap it up.
He don't know who he is.
Hey.
He's still trying to figure this out, Lord. Touch him.
Hey, man, don't interrupt my prayer, bro. Lord, I did my part. You see, this is.
Oh my goodness.
But now, for real though, happy Veterans Day, man.
Yeah.
What is Veterans Day? What is it? Do you feel as if that it is talked about, or I would say not necessarily talked about, I would say acknowledged as much as it needs to be, or you feel like it's pretty, it's acknowledged well?
It's acknowledged well. It's
Okay.
acknowledged well. Well, I don't know what more you need for it. Like there's, I know so many people today. It's like, what you about to go eat? What you about to go get for free? And I'm like,
go ahead, you can talk.
what you about to
Want
eat?
to see my hand?
And they just it's one of them pig out days for we're gonna go to Texas Roadhouse at 12. We're gonna hit up V-Dubs and get these 6 wings. And
Yeah, but why not?
for what?
Because it's free food, and it's a gratitude for fighting for your country.
We get paid. We get paid pretty nicely. We retire in 20 years. We get benefits that a lot of people don't see.
And that's part of your job though. But what we're saying is the appreciation, right? So that's what I'm saying. Let people appreciate, right? It may be things that's going on behind the scenes from our armed forces that we don't know about, but it's ensuring our safety. So we have to be able to say thank you, man.
They ain't getting paid right now. I told one of my friends, she's in the military. I said,
Some of them are boring.
Some.
So it's like he said, they ain't getting paid right now. They are. They getting paid.
They're getting paid now.
Some of them.
Some of them. If any country was like, hey yo, let's go get them, we be done. We be done. It's so many people who's just in the military just for that check. You ain't getting paid right now?
They ain't doing nothing.
Yo, Putin got us, bro. Putin got us if he come over here and start, hey, what's up? Hey, ain't nothing. Trump ain't paid me, so hey,
it's whatever you want to. That's
1600 Pennsylvania Ave, Washington, D.C. He over there. Go
crazy.
get him. Hey.
But yeah, hey, shout out to all the
Shout out
veterans,
to
man.
them,
We
too.
appreciate you. Thank you for for your sacrifice. You know what I mean? So absolutely, we love that.
Thank you for your support.
Support.
Thank you for your
Oh,
support.
for us.
Yes, thank you for your support.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what you're supposed to say. When people say, oh, thank you for your service, like for the longest I know what to say. And like everything I thought of like sounded arrogant, but
Well, so what would you say?
right now it'd be thank you for your support.
Yeah, before you knew that.
It'd be like you're welcome or something like that. And it just
You're
sounded
welcome.
yeah. If you say thank you for anything, you should get a you're welcome. But like that's
That's
what
why
I'm saying. It sounded
sounds
arrogant, so
That's
it's
why
always
he's
just
saying
weird
that.
to like respond back to it. But now that I know that thank you for your support is technically like the best answer you can give.
Yeah.
I like saying that better than you're welcome.
It's cool, man. I'm seeing the evolution with you, man. I'm seeing things change within you, man. I tell you, man, prayer works, man.
Cut it out. Speaking of prayer, we're gonna go into my first question topic. Everything that's on this earth is probably not gonna make it through to the pearly gates. And when you up there, what they say, milk and honey, and walking the streets of gold. There's a whole song. It's like the 12 Birds of Christmas. So when you get up there from the sinish earth, what are you gonna miss?
From here?
Yeah,
Nothing.
nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I ain't gonna. This might sound a little weird, but I'll be talking to God like, God, ain't really much else for. Hey,
I mean, obviously, you miss your people, right? Like,
Yeah, some of your people might not make it.
yeah. So, but it's my job, right? It's my job to try to help them get there. You see what I'm saying? So, if I'm called to heaven and some of my people don't make it, it would have to be either a direct reflection of what did I do, right? Did I not do anything? Because if I was put in their life for that particular reason and I failed, that's on me.
That's what you think you're supposed to life for? Like
In certain people, like yeah, like I need to be a reflection of them. I mean, depending on where they at, like I'm not. My thing is, I just want to, try to lead by example as much as I can.
Are you told in your religion that like when you go to heaven you get a crown, and the more jewels you have in the crown is like the people you brought to know? That's with me. Maybe see.
So what? Yeah. So whose house was this at when not?
What do you mean? Whose house?
What did you?
Hey, I know where he was about to go with that.
Who, me or him?
Stanley had you agree, like saying, yeah. He was
No, that's crazy. I ain't never heard nothing like that.
You ain't gonna have no jewels,
man. No, that's what I was told. Like, I mean, as a kid, I don't remember. I can't like date anything, but like that's like one of the just things.
Really?
Yeah, that's one of the things we told like as children. Like
I mean, it's some as far as like religions that talk about they're gonna have this like an abundance of virgins and stuff like that. That just seems very selfish. Like it just seems very much like this is what I get. Like you know what I mean? Like,
but that's what everyone wants to go to heaven for.
For what?
For what you get. What do you want to go to heaven for?
Yeah, well, it's not about what I get, right? It's the fact that I want to be able to live eternity without being in fire. You know what I'm saying? Like don't give me nothing. Just let me live in peace and solitude, and that's what I want. That this right here, where we're at, this is a speckle. This is a speckle of
I believe it.
Absolutely, yeah.
It is.
Down there, they out there. I mean, for you forever burning. Forever. I don't want that. Forever, bro.
I don't like. Well,
all right.
Now that we're here,
you brought it up.
I know.
I'm cool with it.
For me, like I said, with the random like the jewels, I don't believe that when you die, like they're just in the ground. People who don't go to heaven, people who don't go to hell, like as of now, are dead or just dead. They don't go to heaven or like
their bodies. You should rewrite the bodies, but with that soul,
souls, they'll come back when God comes back.
What souls? The souls that were what?
No, the souls that were believing in Christ. Souls that believe in Christ when He comes back, yes. But as of now, souls and bodies are just.
So you feel like they're just in this middle tangent of just they in a waiting room, chilling, just waiting.
They're resting. They're sleeping.
I mean, that's your belief.
They're resting. They're sleeping. And what is it? When Gabriel sounds the chords, the dead in Christ will rise to meet Him in the air, and then those that remain.
Do you believe in angels?
Yeah, they're angels. They're demons.
Okay. So I mean, obviously the opposite of angels would be demons, right? So when you think of angels, like what do you think of? Like what is that? Like you feel like as if like when people go to heaven, do they become angels, or you feel like angels
angels are already there. No, I don't believe anyone goes to heaven.
Okay.
No one has gone to heaven except for I guess
the last person who went to heaven was what?
Jesus.
So he was it.
So
he died on the cross, and then for our sins, and then he just went to heaven. And he just shut the door and was like, "All right,
yeah." What you got?
What you got next, man?
Oh, I got next. I wish what you call it was here. I'm really trying to bait y'all into that religion. What was the other one? What was the other question?
What about this whole Kevin Gates thing about
it's not just Kevin Gates. We'll check up to a lot of situations. A lot of situations. What we're talking about is the separation between certain relationships. So Kevin Gates defended himself dating, I guess the girl was like 12 years younger than him. And his statement was, what man want, what do you call it? Like an old washed up beat?
Yeah,
That's
harsh.
in Kevin Gates, and
That's harsh.
vernacular terminology. What man with an old washed up,
Man.
Yeah. What you got?
You can go straight. That's crazy.
I honestly just always go this way. I told you I'm better.
I didn't hear about this until now. Right.
We got
Play the clip.
watch
Just-
it. What's the clip? Play the clip.
Knowing that.
You got the clip. Hold on, we're gonna run the clip.
Nah, he got the clip too.
Knowing.
He got the
we
clip.
got it.
Well, I want you to know what we're talking about.
The people want to know.
Man, don't no nigga want no old washed up ass bitch, man. What nigga don't want a young hoe, man? Huh? You don't like it, eat my dick, man. Straight
Hey,
up.
brother. And that's her?
What nigga wants something that been, you heard me? Don't nobody go.
First of all, any
Is that her next to him?
probably.
She look like she's super young.
There be nothing but that washed up shit on it, like, hey, bitch, yeah.
I think I got it. I think I've heard enough.
Yeah, of course.
He tried to get the rest of it. He wants the
He
rest
got the gist of it.
Got more sense. I sense enough to know how to listen. Man,
sense enough. Oh, that was a. We need to get that part. Sense enough to listen.
No.
That's a tough thing to. That's.
What he said?
He said, like the young ones have sense enough to know how to listen. I didn't.
No, but the thing is, okay, even if you want to go with that, is that sense?
No. I'm not saying he was right. I'm saying like that's an argument point. That's a point that.
Yeah, that's not. He says that, but that don't mean that this
It
young
make you-
person
yeah.
got sense. Like that means
Yeah.
that the young person is. A lot of them are dealing with y'all because they after your money.
Yeah, that's all it was.
And then aside from that, that listening thing is just you manipulating them. That's what that. You know what I mean? Like you just using your power and your resources to kind of get them to listen.
There's no respectable woman that's gonna sit there while he's going off on that
And
rant
say-
and just
and
sit there
call
and
you a
giggle and sit there
She
and
said, get you a young hoe.
ain't no bitch. What? Who you calling? Hey.
So look, I agree with that, like what Trey was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like that portion of it, like just seeing that interaction between, she looked like she don't even know what's going on. He can say whatever, and she just, you know what I'm saying? So that's just a bad read right there. But just for the topic of what we're talking about, I think the biggest point of view of that is some men look at youthful women as more desirable because, let's be real, right? I mean, and it's not even, this is not even one of them things that we know for sure, but it can be viewed as if that less bodies, right? Which means less soul ties, which means less damage and things of that nature. That's what the perception is. And then you also, they may have looked at it from a point of, have they already given someone else their seed, right? Has someone who's in their 20s versus someone in their 30s, more likely maybe in their 30s they may have kids already, you know what I mean? So someone in their 20s who doesn't have kids, is that woman more desirable because she has not gave another man her seed? Is that something that's important to you guys? I mean, for a relationship, Stanley, because I know you about to be like, I don't give a damn if she had 12 kids.
Well, I mean, if he said that, I would have to agree. I ain't really, I don't really care if you got kids, got a couple kids, or whatever. That ain't a few kids. Because, you know what I mean? If I rock with you and your kids are well behaved, we did.
Okay. So let me ask you this, right? Can you all pinpoint, is there anything that you can reference between someone, a woman, a mature woman, we're going to say that, a mature woman versus a young woman? Are y'all saying there is no difference? Like, let's keep it G.
It's the maturity. It's the life experiences. It is that that nurturing aspect that a young woman may not have. An older woman has that nurturing aspect. An older woman may have, had a situational relationship where she had to cook for a man or cook for her kids and like that. Some of these young ones coming up,
She gonna pop you a hot pocket.
some of these young ones coming up can't make box mac and cheese. So, like you gotta take what you want. There's no fault to. Well, I'm not gonna say there's no fault to any of it because some of it is like for me, my rule is dating wise. What they say, you cut your age in half, add 7. Anything younger than that, I won't date. I won't entertain.
That's the first time I heard that. So you're saying, I never heard that one before, but I like it though. So you're saying that being with someone who is mature, around the same age as you, is a better fit for you versus someone who's close on the younger side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I particularly prefer someone around like this. That sweet spot of born in 91, my age, love it. I don't know why. I like that's it right there. Too young, you run into like
What's too young?
below that mark I just told you. And like
Is there a number to come with that?
For me right now, I know it's 24.
24 is too young.
Yeah, below 24. Below 24, yeah.
Okay. So 24 and 24 to what is young to you?
What do you mean?
Right. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out what
anything older than 24, I'm good.
I know, but 24 would still be considered young, no?
It's young, but that's like I said, my philosophy is that equation.
So, but it contradicts what I'm saying because if you prefer more mature women, then
you want somebody there.
Yeah, so 24 is not going to meet you at the.
Just because I want something, don't mean I won't take something else.
Yeah, but I'm saying ideally, right? So ideally, what's the age ideally?
Ideally, give me my age plus or minus 3.
Okay, all right. What about you, Trey?
Yeah, I ain't going no. I mean, I can't go no nothing serious, anything lower than 34.
34?
Yeah.
Why 34?
Because we getting down. To me, we just getting down. I'm about to be
like 32, 33. That's a no go.
Yeah, probably not.
Like word up, like you met a dope chick, 32 years old. You gonna tell her, nah, you too young for me.
Nice little 32-year-olds right there.
It's, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I might. For me, I'm probably not going no lower than what I said. But if there was a chance where I put around and was talking to, got to chopping it up with somebody, getting to know somebody, and they happen to be, I still don't know if I do it.
So, all right. I mean, this is good. So both of y'all are saying around your age, pretty much in that spot, and then no problem with kids or anything. So there is really no issues with that at all. Like y'all are pretty content on being with someone your age, kids, whatever comes with that. Y'all, that's where y'all at. Okay.
Yeah.
What about yourself? This is gonna be interesting.
Go ahead.
What about yourself?
He said he don't care.
Nah, that's crazy.
He said
I am interested.
I was
in hearing.
I would say this, man. I am.
He's like, I'm gonna say this.
No, I think y'all straight up answer. I think that I would say 30, right? 30 would be probably anything lower than 30 is probably a no go for me. Like 29, 30.
29, 30?
Yeah, 29, 30 is probably a no go for me.
28, 30?
Huh? What?
I think you said you just lowering numbers.
No.
Say 28.
Nah. But I think for me too, I'm at a different kind of space in my life where, you know what I mean? Like I don't mind a woman, with kids or anything like that. But as far as being like a unit and things, like that's going to be, because I have goals and things that I want to be able to do. So I have to also think of this woman that I want to be able to include in my life, as well as anything that any of her kids is going to be included as well, right? That's just off the rip. So I don't know as far as my preference would be that. I think my preference is someone who's really is on the same kind of timeline as me. So if that means if they're willing and understanding what like my program is something that they can be with at, let's say 35 and 40 or something like that, cool. Now, if there's someone who's on that same kind of program between 29 and 35, that's cool as well. Like I don't really look at age, because I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. I done met some women around my age that I'm just like, whoa, like absolutely not.
Without a doubt.
You see what I'm saying?
You'll meet some younger girls just like that make you think that they are super experienced in life and X, Y, and Z. It's still, and I feel what you're saying.
But I'm gonna keep it real. Like the young ones, like you're saying, like it's almost expected, because I'm just like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Like you haven't really had any type of life experiences. Like you can act as if that you know X, Y, Z, but you haven't really done. You know what I'm saying? Depending on exactly what they encountered in their life.
So you wouldn't mind kind of helping them navigate and figure it out, kind of.
For what?
Learning. Them figuring out stuff, making up for where the inexperience is.
I feel like there's pillars. I feel like there's certain things that are really much non-negotiables. And you can smirk, but I feel like there's non-negotiables.
Go ahead. There's
Yeah.
non-negotiables.
Yeah, I feel like there's. Here's my thinking, right? I don't mind teaching or helping someone learn certain things just as much. I would want someone. I don't always want to be the teacher. I want to be able to learn certain things as well.
Right.
So if I'm in a position where I'm the only one teaching, that's going to get very boring for me. Like I need somebody who can show me a different side of things just as much as I can show them a different side of things.
So she can be
we have
younger.
to complement each other.
She can be younger, missing some experience, but she needs to be able to.
It needs to be something there. It has to be some type of component where I'm just like, you know what, that's dope. I don't really have that. Like, I want to know more about that. I want you to teach me more about that. I can be, maybe my life experiences can be something that can help, help her in different ways, right? But it might be some things that she's learned, maybe within, whatever it is, her profession or something that I like. And I'm like, okay, I can see that as well. Like, we have to be able to feed off of each other, right? Just because someone's the same age as me, two people with life experiences, all right, that's cool, but what else? What else am I getting from that? Just stories? I don't know, man. I just want more. So,
What else you got?
huh?
What else you got?
What you mean?
In your to bring to the table?
As far as what?
Stories? I don't know. What else you got?
I mean, I'm talking about like the importance of having your own business, like the importance of doing your own thing, like the importance of that family-oriented just mindset. Just really, I push for being an individual, having your own things, but at the same time, like never being just stagnant, never being just complacent on just what the world will give you. Like always looking to want to do more. Like I'm a dreamer, right? So I'm gonna put it to you like this. If I come to my woman, right, and I come with one of the things I would always say is that if I come to my woman with a dream of mine, okay, I would want my woman to help that dream become a plan. You understand what I'm saying? Right? I don't want my woman to be like, yeah, I don't really see how that's gonna work. Like, don't start giving me negatives based off of something that I have that I want to do. That's all I'm saying, right? So I want my woman to be a dreamer. I want her to be like, hey, I think that's dope. Like, how can we be able to go further with that? Because I'm gonna tell you one thing, anything she brings to me, I'm about to put that in action. Like, okay, cool, I want to do that. Let's see how it goes. So, I mean, I don't think it really has an age with that. I think it's just more about the individual.
That doesn't have an age, but the question was about the cutoff for you.
The 29.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought, yeah, so 29 is my cutoff. What about older? Like 55? 60?
No.
You better, yeah, you would definitely.
Nah.
Yes, you would.
Date?
You cut them short.
Date?
60?
No, I wouldn't date a 65. Unless I couldn't date. I wouldn't.
65.
I wouldn't date a 65.
60? Yeah, you
I
would.
would.
Yes, you would.
I
bro.
would not. I promise you.
Lisa Ray came to you right now.
Lisa, that's different. We're talking about Sanaa Lathan and Lisa Ray is not on the table. The 65s and what you call it walking around Central Texas.
So what's the old, what's the highest for you? My fault.
Like today for probably what am I?
50?
No. 40.
You said that's too higher?
No.
Oh.
It's not 50.
42, maybe 42, 43.
All right, so 44. He lying.
Highest.
I can't go
44, 45.
do 45?
Yeah. Them bitch
All right, let me be okay. So since we're on this topic, what is the qualifications? Obviously, there's different qualifications for your cutoff was 32, if I'm not mistaken, as far as the youngest.
Yeah, bro. 30, something like that. Yeah.
So okay, let's set for the sake of 32.
Yeah.
What is the qualifications differently from a 32-year-old from a 45-year-old? Because at the 45-year-old, are you expecting a little bit more, or are you expecting what are you expecting with a 45-year-old?
I didn't say 45, but I'm not.
Oh, 44. Okay, so 43, 44. Let's just say 43 to 45.
It's just life experiences and what like you can bring to what you can bring to the table, presently.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be the same either way. I mean, obviously with a younger, but not at the age that I said. So I said 35.
It's the youngest for you?
I think at that 34, 35, I think that at that point you kind of got, you're always learning and figuring out other stuff about yourself and just life period.
Yeah.
But I think that I would assume that if I'm involved with you, you probably have the traits and qualities that I'm looking for in somebody.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so I don't think that would, I think you may have more of what you want out of the older one, possibly, right? Because you experience more. But on the other end, you may be bringing some stuff to the table and it's more understanding that you're still learning and figuring stuff out.
Okay. That's a bet. I feel you on that. What was it? It was another question that you were going to ask. I forgot. You were, it was one and I was like, nah, I don't know about
I sent it on the phone. I got my phone.
Oh, okay. You sent it to me?
I sent it to the group.
All right. So, because this was one of our viewers, right? So what red flags have you ignored? Yeah, what red flags have you ignored?
In like a relationship, I think that was a question. Like in a relationship with red flags, like
Well, I guess you decided not to put the rest of the question.
A lot of sorries. My bad. Won't happen again.
So just people not being genuine?
Yeah, you say it once, twice. Cool. Once you start seeing that it's a habit and you still, just keep accepting it, that's a red flag. Yeah, that's a red flag.
Them saying sorry to you.
They keep just continue. Yeah, they just can make it a habit of anytime something come up. It's really no real accountability. It's just, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that type of deal. That's a red flag. You know what I mean?
And that's one you put up with.
No, that was the question. What red
flag you ignored for a situation?
Oh, I thought you were saying have ignored it, right?
Yeah, for a situation.
That. The constant apologies.
He's put up with it.
Yes, constant apologies and just being like, look, okay. Just especially when you're not really a confrontational person. Anyway, you don't like confrontation like that, and definitely not in your relationship.
Okay. I can get that. I can see. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I don't even remember being in a relationship with anybody said sorry. That's a red flag.
No,
at least you got sorries. I ain't getting no sorries. So yeah, that would be something. Yeah, that's a major. I don't know. That was a red flag for real, right?
That's tough.
Real.
What about you? Dang.
I'm trying to think. I ain't even came to the question. I didn't even think about it. I don't even be paying attention. She was the problem.
Huh?
She was the problem. She would like talk about the situation with her and her ex, and like knowingly.
I got someone that. Go ahead, my fault.
Yeah, knowingly, I'm just like, nah, buddy ain't wrong. Buddy ain't tripping. He not out of line. And then like I was like, yeah, I fuck with you. Like I started messing around with it.
Hey, you know what? Do y'all feel as you were younger, right? Because obviously, the women that you may have dealt with, they're always going to tell you something crazy about the ex. It was always the ex did something crazy. Mm-hmm. As you were younger, like, were y'all like, damn, that's crazy. Like, I can't believe that happened to you. Boom, 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 right? As you get older, you'd be like, nah, hold up. I need to know a little bit more because this is what I've learned. we will get told some crazy stuff.
Mhm.
Hey, he wilded out, he did this, and he
Yeah.
drunk. Like, and we just like, what? Like, hell yeah, I'm sure you definitely need to get away from him. But not that any of that is rightfully, you know what I'm saying? So we also have to think about what was some things going on in that relationship that you may have done or said or anything, right?
Yeah.
I think sometimes when I can say for me, when I was younger, I was just worried about that's like the actual whatever the information that I received. When you get older, you start thinking like, well, hold up, I wonder what made old buddy get to that.
So it's two sides.
Yeah, that's because as we get older, we really understand
Yeah.
that there's two sides. We done experienced situations where we've been said that we was doing stuff and people believe it, and then they're believing it based on that one side. Since we grew up having those experiences where that happened, that as we got older, we like, it's more important to find out. We know it ain't okay just to hear one side.
So when a girl come to you with like a story, right, of the ex, like what is your mindset? What kind of questions are you asking? Are you asking any questions, or are you in the back of your head like
I entertain the conversation, but it really don't matter. It's like, all right, yeah, you went through that. One, that's your past, and like maybe you get that head, or maybe you won't get that head. We don't know. Depends on what you bring. If you brought the same thing out of me that you, because like I said, it's two sides. I have a friend that a dude put hands on her, but I know she put hands on him too. So it's like
that don't make it right.
It doesn't make it right, but you can't sit there. I'm pretty sure she may have been the initial aggressor. Sometimes when, and she, a little that way. So fuck, you start with my ass, I might have fucked one of these will just back up, just get your little space real quick. But get your space. But you gotta okay, cool, blah 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 blah. And that's I think what is like in my situation, my red flag being listening to the stories and still going along with the program is just like when I started like, oh yeah, I can see. This is what Buddy was talking about. This is why
like when you're in a relationship.
This is why Buddy did what he did, and this is why.
So you start figuring out when you
you figure out
start seeing certain stuff. You start seeing certain behaviors, and it's like
ding.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The light do go off. The light definitely goes off.
How long do you think it take a person to really show their true colors?
Think at fade true colors.
I'll say.
There's no time. It just depends on the pace of the relationship.
You know what I say?
That's a good answer.
No, that's a good answer. I'll give you a better one. I feel like you won't know who you're dealing with other than circumstances. Put somebody in a circumstance, right? Let something happen where you can really figure out what they do.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Because a person can tell you anything. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think that's necessarily true. Different circumstances, like a person will act a certain way in different phases, because you per se you're in the club with your lady, dude bumping. This is your second first date, y'all still chatting, or you gonna be like both hey, watch you going like it, but into this conversation, into knowing this lady or whatever, and knowing how she acts, how what new information. I'm saying with new information or different information. Someone bumps and she starts like, all right, look, it ain't that you're calmer. It ain't that serious. It's we gotta move differently because.
So I see what you're saying, but I'm saying you in a relationship with this person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just saying if you're in a relationship with this person and you lose your job and let's just say you were going on trips, you had it figured out, right? No one really had to worry about anything. You lose your job and all of a sudden you don't have the money and you don't have the income and you're not able to do the things you normally do. That is a life circumstance. That is going to show if a person is really cutting for you or if it was only relying on base what you can provide. That's what I mean by circumstances.
I still get, but like I said,
I get what both of y'all saying. I see what you're saying.
But that's what I'm coming from. I'm not saying we're in a club and we just met. Like I'm expecting you're not gonna give me your real, because we ain't been knowing each other.
It still phases because you met a girl in high school, met a girl whenever, and y'all struggling through college. When y'all ain't got no money. Now, if you get to that point, you made a family, you lose your job. Now, how we gonna do it? It's either that same reaction or something different.
Yeah, but I think to your point though, if you dealing with somebody from the bottom, and y'all make it, and then all of a sudden you you already do something that, you know what I'm saying, whatever, something happens where you're not able to get to the point where you're at, you're probably most likely going to understand this woman was with me from the bottom. So I know, you know what I mean? More likely. I'm not saying it's always for sure. More likely this woman's going to cut for you even though you have your little mishaps.
So she done went through
she done went through.
Over time, she done went through.
You know.
Or not.
Or not. It could be.
Or not. So.
But what I'm saying is that if you meet somebody where y'all are here and they never seen you at the bottom, how do you really know?
Let's find out. Let me stop. Nah. You right.
You know what I mean?
You right.
Won't know until you
Won't
know.
know until you find out.
Is that even something that y'all worry about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when you're thinking about having someone like a life partner, do you think about that? Because a person can tell you anything, right? A pair of lips will tell you anything. Yeah. Circumstances, like, do you think about, man, I wonder if I really did, if she would have met me 6 months ago, would she be on the same kind of time? Like that type of thing. You know,
I feel what you're saying. And it's something that I think, I know I've thought about in situations. But it ain't something that I just sit and just really, really just continue on.
Yeah,
just
ruminate about?
Yeah.
Ruminate. That's a good word. I don't know what it means, but I think you use it right. Ruminate. I'm gonna look that up.
Stupid dog.
When I get my
but yeah, so that was, I was just curious on that. Because I mean, I feel like a lot of people, you know, they really never know.
Do you think about that a lot? Do you ruminate about that?
I'll be real, I don't necessarily ruminate about that, but I'm really, really cautious on anybody that I need to know. And I'm telling you, there's certain things you would never really know, but I'm sure we're smart enough where, you know how they say, you know, depending on how a man is how he treat like a server or how he treat like any type of like a restaurant worker or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Like you can pick, all right, here's the thing, right? If you're just so like enamored about a woman's beauty, you're not really going to be able to pick up on certain things. But if there's things to where you just kind of peep in the game and you just kind of like, I don't like the way she did that, like they'll give you. I'm not about to fucking shit.
You was reading Webster's? Webster's going crazy this morning. Enamored? Room? Where's G-Sheet at? Where's G-Sheet?
So listen, you stupid, dog. Because I'm getting into it now, right?
Hey, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But what I mean though is like if you really, I think sometimes, and I think as men we're starting to understand that it's not so much. We talked about this, right? Like the beauty aside, like okay, that's cool. You look good. You got a body, okay. And what else? We can kind of peep game on small things if we really pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Like we should be able to.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention.
You don't care about? I mean, yeah. I mean, I think we on a different type of time frame.
It's him.
Yeah. What you say? Illuminate? What's the word you say about the beauty?
Did he just say illuminate?
I forgot the word he said. We got ruminate or room.
Yeah, it's just like you're constantly just you're.
Yeah, what was the
like
other one he said about the beauty?
Like just enamored.
Enamored. Yeah, enamored. What about that? My dog, somebody DM today. Hey, you looking real enamored. You looking real laminate today.
Laminate? She gonna block you.
You looking real laminate today.
But yeah, so I just want to kind of talk about that, get an idea how y'all felt about that. So that's good.
That ain't bad.
It was one other thing, real quick. So we got
say the photo screenshot from next week. I think that's it.
Yeah, I ain't getting into that. All right, what do you feel? What happened? Yeah. What do you feel? What is a trend that y'all feel that's overhyped or just overrated? And a trend that's overhyped or overrated?
Trend.
I don't know. It's a good one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think a trend.
I mean, okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a trend as far as because when I think of trend, I'm always thinking of like something as far as like clothing or just like so I have to stop thinking of it that way. Overhyped trend. Okay, what about like passport bros? You feel like that's overhyped?
In what way?
Like, do you feel like that's really a thing? Like, do you really feel like you can go out there, like we can go out to the DR and just really bring back something that's a lot better than what America would call?
We don't bring them back. That's not what passport bros don't bring them back. We go over there and we do what we gotta do with them and leave them where they at.
Passport Bros.
Yeah, you never heard that?
I mean, I heard of it. I guess I don't know what it is.
Yeah, Passport Bros is, you and your group of friends go to one of them, I don't know if they third world, but I'll call them a third world country. But like most of the time, the streets lit up with women. They see you walking down the street, oh, hi, how you doing? Blah, 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 you look real nice. And take them back to the room and go back to their room and have a good time.
Yeah, that's the Stanley version.
That's not the Stanley version. That's not the Stanley version.
What is
You're not bringing back home no chick from Cambodia or Thailand, bro.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm not saying that you're absolutely wrong.
Okay.
That is a
form.
That is a form. There you go. There's a form of being a passport bro. So we're just talking about as far as trends, as far as what's overhyped and things of that nature. I just brought it up because none of y'all was bringing me any type of information.
So you're talking about the men that go to other countries, find a wife,
because it doesn't say it. What it is. It supports an imbalance. So it's saying that, hey, as a man, I have better options over here in these other countries versus in America.
I don't think it's a better option. I think it's an easier option in some countries or in most countries and situations because they want to get out of their country. That's why they.
But he's saying based on what it is said to be, they're going over there to find something better than they can find here in regards to over that outside of the U.S. women have more traditional views and values. That's what he said. Yeah.
So back to the original question, as far as like that being a trend, like, do you think is that an accurate trend? Is that something that
is that actually something like people are doing?
Wait, is it something? Is it substantial? Does it hold any weight, or is it just people not really? You can find the same person in the chick in DR over here in South Austin. That's what I'm asking.
No, they're not going to be the same. They're going to come from different privilege. They're going to come from different tradition.
Yeah.
They're going to come from different needs. Like a woman over in South Austin, she walks on 6th Street, all her drinks are paid for the night. A woman in one of them other countries, gotta find out what she's gonna eat for the night. Is a big difference. You tell her, hey, come to America, I got you.
So that's a good point. So let me ask you this. Sometimes, right, it's viewed upon, like when men go over to these countries, it's viewed as if these men are only going over there because they're wanting to find women who can't really provide for themselves, right? It's like a negative connotation of a man going over there.
They're going to go find just some quick, easy
move.
And they ain't gonna. They can train them up. They can get them to be how they want them to be.
That's fine.
So who you are right now, if you was to date or talk to a chick in Austin versus who you are in, let's say, anywhere, right? And you can be in Venezuela, anywhere. You're probably going to be, it's just saying, I don't know this for a fact, but it's perception, right? You're probably going to be 10 times a better person over there than you are here.
As a man?
They're going to look at you as, you're going to be looked differently over there than you are here. Over here, you're just a random dude that's trying to buy me a drink. I've heard it all before. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Okay, thank you. Your name was what? Okay, appreciate you. Have a good day. Over there, it's just like, I want to know everything about, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
they want to get out of it.
Yeah.
They want to get out of it. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. Women go to All-Star Weekend shopping the same way. In reverse.
That's a good point.
In reverse. They go shopping the same way.
Okay, that's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. So why is it so negatively viewed when men are looked at? Why is it like, oh, y'all got to go over there because that girl dumb and she don't got nothing? And that's
who you hearing it from?
Because we've been gaslighted we've been gaslighted to believe that what we do is wrong. Whatever we do is sassy, is
you can't handle a real
you can't handle a real woman. You can't a black woman. You go date outside your race. You can't handle a black woman. All that other stuff. No, I don't want to. I don't feel like dealing with. I don't feel like trying to take you out every week or whatever restaurant you want to go to. No, I'm going down to Venezuela. Consuela over there, she cook, clean, fuck. Venezuela, she do whatever I need, and I'm gonna be happy. I don't need you. You good? You didn't need me before I went down there. You was hitting me up before I went down there. No, you only had something to say when I came back with something, and you just now you got some type of
It's valid. I mean,
I'm always valid.
so you would say that there's truth to that. There's truth to actually being able to go to another country and finding something that fits more into, I guess, not really fit more into your realm of what you need, but as far as what you're able to get, quality wise.
Do you think, are you saying, do I believe you can go to another country, find something of quality, bring it back to America, live a happy life?
Compared to if you do it here, yes.
I'm not saying that it's guaranteed. I'm not saying that it's
What's
more
the
of a
chances?
I can't give you the chances. I've never done it. I've never done it, and it goes either way because food stamps is cut right now, so the price of pussy is going back down. I can go back down. I can go back down to certain spots. Hey, sure you ain't got that wit. What's good with you? And I can go ahead.
Come on, man.
I can go ahead and do my talk this way anyway now, but what's the chance? I don't have I don't have a ratio of what it'd be like if I go to some place and try to snag me up a wife.
Let me ask you this: do you think you go over there, right? You go to these other countries, you find your lady, you bring her back here. A lot of them that stay here long enough, been here long enough, they end up picking up certain ways.
Oh yeah.
So those traditional values and stuff change, right?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes.
No, sometimes. It's
it's always
my thing is, yes, you can.
He said it's a possibility.
You said, and now what?
I mean,
You book another flight.
oh, okay. So you're gonna keep going there.
You gonna get
So
another-
you don't think you can find that here?
You can.
That's why I think the same. So other than what their life experiences are, right?
Yeah.
From here to Venezuela or wherever, right? Life experiences is gonna be different, but if it's a good person, it's a good person.
Yeah, that's
Rather it be here or over there. You can find it's good women in South Island, in Texas,
That's
it's all
facts.
over.
Let me
That's
be
facts.
clear.
That's a good point.
Let me be clear. That's not. Like I said, it's an easy move. It's a hack out of trying to put in the work for a relationship or something like that because you're not gonna fall in love over vacation.
I think it's a military hack.
It's not.
They travel so much.
It's a military hack.
Everybody here, I mean, majority of people here are not flying out the country to go unless you got think about who's doing it. It's people that got money to do it.
Yeah.
Who got money to do it?
Outside of that,
He's saying
outside of that,
No.
military people are able to travel. So when you over in wherever, and I was joking that it's just a military thing, but you probably see it. You likely
Majority.
see it more in the military setting because you're going and you get stationed over in these places for a little while. Are you traveling to these places?
But that's different than passport bros.
Well, we were talking about passport.
Yeah, that's different than. Yeah, that's why I was
But
like,
okay, well, I still tied into that. Passport bros. Okay, you done came out the military, you got your passport, X, Y, and Z. Well, you're going back to where you already came from a lot of times because you got people over there that you've interacted with. You got women over there you interacted with. That was a good woman for what I was looking for. So I'm going back over here. We stay in contact. Boom. You going with your homie. You still passport, bro. In fact, you're a passport hoe.
I would say this, like when you do go like to those other countries, and I'm sure you already know this, like they really do look at you as like the best thing ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so do you think maybe just maybe this is it? Do you think it's maybe the way that men are viewed over there versus how they're viewed over here? Because think about it this way, right? A woman. Hold on. Before you say you don't even. I ain't even finished my damn question.
But I got my thought and I don't want to lose it. So go ahead.
So what I'm saying is that a woman over here, she can get, like you said, get hit on all day. No matter if she at the gym, go to the grocery store, wherever she is. There's probably going to be a man that's going to, if not, the non-confident men are going to be sliding her DMs, right? If that same woman go over to these other countries, do you think that's going to happen?
No. That's so like when we go over there and we're looked at differently, it's not because we're men, because they have men. They look at us as that ticket. The same way, like when I say, if a woman goes over to another foreign country, unless she has like that desired taste like for like a certain race or a certain thing like that, like Jamaican got a nice accent, blah 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 blah. You're not gonna be like, oh yeah, that's my husband. Like I found my no, because that's not. No, they don't do that.
But why?
Because they don't have money. It's money. It's monetary. That's all it is.
Okay, what I'm saying is though, if a woman can go over to another country just as well as a man can go over to another country, right?
Mm-hmm.
The man or the woman in that other country, would you say that they both are coming from, like very humble beginnings, like they don't have much?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay, right? Would that be fair to say?
Okay.
So why can't that woman have the same come up for the man as a man going over there have the same come up as a woman?
A woman's not gonna take care of another man. A woman's not gonna go over there and this man say, "Oh, I have this poor upbringing. Would you bring me back to America?" And
That's not true. Let me tell you the reason why.
go ahead.
That man may look. We talking about look. That man may look like, you know what? He might work at that hotel, but we gonna figure it out because that's a great looking man. You see what
You
I'm
think
saying?
that's how women approach
You ever
it?
see? You know the last time I seen that?
When Stella got a way to excel.
No, Fat Girls with Monique. You know,
Yeah.
that's not
Yeah.
happening. You know what? My black card folk, I've never seen Way to Excel, but now I watch it just to see that.
That's crazy.
That's it.
I'm gonna tell you, and the reason why I say this is that
He on the road.
yeah, the reason why I say this is that if you look at both sides, right, from a male or a woman on our side in the U.S., if we both go over to another country, do you saying that the difference between us is going to be the woman who's needing the man to be able to help get taken care of to hopefully come over here so they can live a better life?
Is that the difference?
No, that's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
But for the man over there, like he wants to live a better life as well. You're just saying that the woman is not going to be acceptable to that.
Yes.
Okay.
A woman's not gonna leave a country like you said. Their DMs are full all day with men, whether they are attracted to them or not. Whether like it. Right now, we live in this day that's the trend that I guess I'll hate. Like when like men being used for monetary or beneficial value in a lot of women, not all women, but in most women. I can go down. Well, I'm not gonna say you can go down your timeline or whatever into like asking women out and things like that. When are we going out? Or like, how does this value me? How are you going to take care of me? So that woman's not going to go to Jamaica
country.
For another man to be like, this is all I got. But if you can bring me back, I'll be the best thing you ever had.
He's saying that the men in other countries they ain't getting away with selling wolf tickets. Like a woman ain't gonna. If what you're saying, if what a lot of people are saying is true, right? And this is what we see out in, we hear in music, we hear it, I'll see it all over social media, right? If women here are actually, a lot of women here are actually out after men with money, they're not going over to another country to find somebody to sell them a wolf ticket or with hopes and dreams that, oh yeah, I'm gonna find this man and I'm gonna bring him back because he said he's gonna work hard when he get over there.
Nah, you're correct, but I think so. I'm looking at it from a different, from a different lens, right? I'm saying majority of the women that we may be thinking about, that we have in mind, is exactly what y'all are saying. They're not going to go over there and find or look for that man because he doesn't have X amount of money or anything substantial to be able to give them.
Mm-hmm.
We know that for
anything
to give them. So we know that for a fact. What I am saying is that man versus the man that versus us, they don't have to do the same things. You see what I'm saying? What I mean by that is that the things that we might be viewed as the way that we may be viewed on as far as American men, right? As an American woman view American men, she may not have that same mindset and
going over there.
You see what I'm saying? Like we ain't on the same. I'm telling you, we're not on the same level, right?
Then what's she gonna expect this man to do once she brings him to America?
So that's so I'm trying to tell. Okay, I'm gonna put it to you in a different way, right? Okay, let's just keep it G, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel? Let's say you and Trey. Okay, there's one girl here. All right, she tell you what it takes to be able to take her out. She tell you like, hey, this is what I want. This is what I need from me. This is where I am in my life. This is what I need from you. She can tell Trey can just be like, hey, listen, I just want to come over there and just hang out with you and just watch some movies and chill. She gonna tell him, yeah, but you got to do everything to get the same amount of what he just did. It's always, that's the game. You see what I'm saying? So what I mean by that is what we have to do over here as an American man versus somebody over there. They don't got to do all that. They don't have to because it's different. You know what I mean? Maybe a different look, right? It might just be the fact that he got an accent. It can be something small. The things that we have to pursue for this woman, that's not the case. Now, as far as bringing them back, I don't know, but I've heard stories. There's people that we actually know that y'all might not even know that has gotten married based off of going over there and bringing somebody back and getting their papers. Like women are doing that.
Look up
What? Look at what?
passport girls.
Ooh, passport girls.
It's not a thing. That's why I know.
I bet you it probably is.
It's not a thing.
They
That's
gonna
why I
take
know.
it. Listen,
That's why I know.
I'm gonna look it up right now. You said passport girls.
Yep.
Watch.
It's gonna be porn.
Oh, I hope not.
I hope so.
Western women who travel to foreign countries specifically to date or find a relationship with local men.
Huh. What was you saying exactly, Stanley? Because that's exactly what.
Hey, this has been Who Raised You.
That's crazy.
This has been Who Raised You. Thank you for coming up. Hey, I could be wrong.
You are.
I could be wrong.
But what I'm saying is that it's the same way that we get, talked about on our, because the way that we look at it, because we know what it is, right? Women are, I'm going to say considered to be considered.
He said
No.
they definitely.
No, I did not. They could be considered to be more attractive.
Before he says it.
Said them.
It's a little late, but
Better.
still gotta say it. Our views and opinions do not in any way reflect those of our place of employment
Or our loved ones.
or our loved ones.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Pops.
Shout out to you. Cool.
I get you.
You get
I
me?
get you.
All right. Well, this has been Who Raised You. We appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Always love. And until next time, man.
Some boy typing on a dead computer.
Make sure that thing dead. So that's crazy. All right, y'all be easy.